Hi, my name is Mark, one of the TLC pastors, and thanks for joining me. If you were with us last weekend, our focus was on how to renew our sense of wonder. And along those lines, true story. A couple years ago in Washington, D.C., a young man pulled out his violin and began to play it in the Metro subway station. He played 6 songs by Johann Sebastian Bach over the course of 45 minutes, and a hidden camera recorded it all. During that time, over 1,000 people walked right by him, many of them presumably on their way to work. A couple minutes into it, one man stops for 4 or 5 seconds, looks at his watch, continues on. Some minutes after that, a woman stops, gives him his first tip, but she never slows down, just keeps hurrying along. About a 3-4-year-old young boy stops sometime after that, and he's captivated by that. He wants to stay, but his mom grabs him by the shirt sleeve and just starts pulling him away. In fact, a number of kids did the same thing, as did their parents. They could not be bothered to stop, and they just hurried right along. Well, over the course of those 45 minutes, only 6 people stopped to hear him play for any length of time. 20 people gave him money, which amounted to $32. But there was no applause, there was no recognition, and that's because no one knew that the violinist was actually Joshua Bell, one of the greatest violin players in the world. Now think about this. For 45 minutes, he played some of the most intricate music ever written with a violin that was worth, at the time, $4 million. It's worth far more than that today. And just 2 days prior to that, Joshua Bell sold out in Boston, where the tickets averaged $100 a piece. Well, playing incognito like this was the idea of the Washington Post. They wanted to gauge people's perceptions, and they raised questions like this. In a common environment or at an inappropriate hour, do we perceive beauty? Do we stop to appreciate it? Do we recognize talent in an unexpected context? And of course, the emphatic answer in that experiment is no. They walked right past it. Now think about it. If we don't have a moment to stop and listen to one of the best musicians in the world playing some of the finest music ever written on one of the most beautiful instruments ever built, how many other things are we missing? Psalm 40, verse 5 says, "Many, Lord my God, are the wonders you have done, the things you planned for us." You see, it's never a lack of wonders. It's a lack of vision and perception to actually notice and enjoy those wonders. So I just want to encourage you today, spend some time praying that God would open your eyes and you would see the things that are all around you today, things that fill you with awe and joy and a sense of God's greatness and glory. You will have such a richer day if you do. Well, before I sign off, just want to remind you that our Video Devo schedule will change for the summer starting next week. You'll be receiving these Video Devos on Tuesday, Worship Wednesday, and Friday. And then make sure you plan on joining us this weekend with special guest Herman Hamilton. You are going to really love him. Well, until then, God bless you and have a wonderful day.